All right, boys and girls. Today we're going to draw an outer space picture. This time we're going to add all kinds of fun stuff. We're going to do planets and stars and shooting stars and aliens flying around in space. So we're going to have a good old time. So let's get started. And I'm going to grab myself a pen today, but you're going to use a pencil. And we're going to have some fun coloring. And of course, we're going to paint our paper with a beautiful watercolor so it looks like outer space. So let's add some planets. So the first thing we're going to draw are some circles. So you can trace circles like with a lid, or you can draw them. They don't have to be perfect. All right, so I'm going to make them all different sizes. I'm going to make some big and some small. Right, so now I have some planets. I'm now going to decorate my planets. So I'm going to add wavy lines. I'm going to add some curved lines for stripes. Maybe I'll add some circles for craters. And I might even add some rings around some of my planets. So let's do some together. So I created 4 planets. You can create more or less than I did. But I'm going to draw some wavy lines or wiggly lines. These are going to look like pieces of land. So this could be Earth or could be another kind of planet. All right, now something that looks more like a moon. Maybe I'll add some little circles or half circles. Again, you can add as many or as few as you want. This one I'm going to give some curved lines because it is a planet. You want it to look like it's round. So I'm going to add some curved lines all the way down. And this one I'm going to add some rings. That's why I did it in pencil first, because I'm going to do some erasing. So to make a ring, I'm just going to make a big curved line. It's kind of like part of an oval. So I'm going to draw a nice big part of an oval. I stop where the planet is, and then I continue it on to the other side. Now the ring's going to have 2 sides, so I'm going to do it again, this time a little bit smaller, creating my rings, just like that. Now anytime my line overlaps my ring, I'm going to erase, because I want my ring to look like it's going around the planet. And now I can go ahead and outline. And now it looks like the rings are going around the planet. And then I'm going to add some more lines. You can do wavy lines, wiggly lines. This one might be more like Jupiter, Saturn with all of its waves and wiggles. Okay, and of course, I can add more rings if I want to. And I might do that. Add some lines. And if they're not perfect like mine, are wiggling all over the place, that's fine too. So you can make as many planets as you want. Do I want to do one more? You know what? I'm going to add one more planet. This one's going to go off the side, so we only see part of it. Okay. Just like that. And I don't know how, you know what? I might just leave that without any lines. I might just color it. I think that sounds good. Okay, you guys ready to make a little space alien? Let's add him, okay? I'm gonna zoom in so you can really get to see him. All right, so let's start with a rainbow. And then a smile. And another smile. Some diagonal lines. Some little circles for bolts. Somewhere for it to land, so 2 lines together, and a little curved line. Now for the alien himself, let's add a curved line, or it could be wavy. Let's give him some eyeballs. and a big old smile. And give him some teeth if you want to. Give him some little antennas. So there's my little space alien. He's flying around having a good old time. Okay. Now for some stars. I'll show you an easy way and a hard way. So the easiest way is to draw circles. The hard way is to make normal stars. All right, they could be a little challenging to try. So here's how I make a star. You know what? Let's zoom in so you can really see what I'm doing. All right, so here's one I started. So here's how I make a star. I'll kind of tilt my pencil so you can see. So I start with an upside down V. Then I'm holding my pencil where my V ends. And then I'm gonna add a diagonal line that goes past the other side. And it ends about the same place. Then I'm gonna draw a straight line going past. And then I'm gonna connect these two lines together, just like that. And now I have a star. Now when I outline, I only outline the outside. I don't do the inside. Because, watch this trick. If I erase it, I'm left with a star. How cool. So I'm gonna add some more stars and I'm gonna outline them. Alrighty, so now I have my stars, and some of them I want to turn into shooting stars. So I'm gonna find a place that doesn't have anything blocking it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick the top of the star and I'm gonna draw a curved line off to the side. And then I pick the bottom of the star and I do the same thing. And then the middle, and I add a few more, just like that. So now I have myself a shooting star, and I might add one over here. So if you don't have a corner where it's nearby, you can just stop it anywhere you want to. So I added a few shooting stars. Awesome. All right, now the fun begins. Coloring. So we're gonna color with crayons today, and the only thing I'm not gonna color is the space. We're gonna do something fun with the space here. So I'm gonna color my stars, my planets, my little alien guy, and then everything else I'm gonna leave blank because we're gonna save that for painting later. So I'm gonna use my crayons and add lots of colors. And let's get started. All right, boys and girls, so I'm almost done, and I just wanted to remind you that we're painting it black. So if you leave anything not colored in, it's gonna be black. But I want my round stars to be white. So the only way to make them white before I paint is to color them with white. And you won't see it at first because the paper is white. But I'm gonna go ahead and color in my circles because after I paint it black, all of those white circles will start to appear. That's the magic of resist. Can you guys say resist? That's right. Okay, so I'm gonna get myself ready for painting. I'll just put a little placemat under there. And I'm using watercolors today to paint with, and I'm using black today. And I got my water ready. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get my brush wet, and I'm gonna paint the paper with water. This technique I'm using is called wet on wet. That means your brush and your paper both are wet. The normal way we paint is wet on dry, where our paper is dry and our brush is wet. But this time, we're making our paper nice and wet. I know it's wet because it's shiny and sometimes it starts to curl. So now I'm gonna add my black. So I take my water, I tap on the black a few times, and then I paint right over everything. All right, boys and girls, I hope you had a good time with this one. I'm gonna let my painting dry, and I'll see you next time. Bye.